I've been musing to myself this past week about what happens in my daily sit. Like a collection of pocket lint, these musings have been telling me something about what I carry with me each day. Hey everyone, it's Paul, and this is Contemplify, where we seek to kindle the examined life for contemplatives in the world. Now, I practice every day not to get good at meditation. I know that's not really how it works, and I don't do it to wear the costume of a contemplative. I come to practice, to practice showing up vulnerably before the ever-abiding God, as I am, even when I can't imagine the fullness of who that is. I begin by stapling my attention to an intention, to apprentice myself to the eternal silence presencing itself to me behind the presenting thoughts. That's a word salad that's delicious. One of the treasures of silent meditation or prayer is how silence can hold all that life throws. Behind the noise and the clamor of war songs, filtered beauty pageants, strung out anxiety, are the arms of silence, holding it all in all of its absurdity. Sure, we pitch in, we try to help out by directing the traffic of our wayward thoughts. Then we fall into the trap of thinking that we can fix our fixed attention through more thinking, through more effort. It is detachment to intentionally fall silent before external inputs, to bow to the mystery of God that lays behind the facade of fixed attention. I've come to think of thoughts as the Ned Flanders of this type of prayer. They spring right into view when we least want their neighborliness. Kindness and rudeness hold no sway. These thoughts keep intruding. We practice letting the thoughts drift through without inviting them in for tea. There they are, there they go, or sometimes there they stay. Eventually, we come to a place of leaving detachment behind, and what remains is what is, and it is. In this word or wordlessness, our practice becomes a continual awareness of God's presence. Now, how you define that might vary. Sometimes it's as inarticulate as watercolors. Other times it's brazen as graffiti. The word try starts to sound funny, because the gift is already opened. We are neither lost nor found in the desert of silence, and there is no traffic to direct in the desert. We are at play in God's silence, and we ring bells to remind ourselves of this. Thanks everyone for listening to this musing of mine on practice. All right, let's roll the usual credits. Thank you for listening to this episode of Contemplify. May it refresh you and be a refuge of contemplative musings. Perhaps, if we're lucky, a moment or two will be carried into the rest of your day. You can slide over to contemplify.com to find the show notes for this episode, including links to the resources mentioned in this conversation. If you are keen, or moderately on the fence, to read more musings from me, you can sign up for the monthly Contemplify non-required reading list over at contemplify.com. It is a delight to bring Season 3 of these contemplative conversations to you. The next episode will be delivered right to your ears in 2 weeks. If you are enjoying Contemplify, please rate and review Contemplify on your podcast player. The president of the internet told me that this helps spread the jubilation of Contemplify. The theme song of Contemplify is called Langside by Charles Enns and Darren Hovius. Tip of the hats, gents. Thanks as always. And if you have made it this far, I recommend putting on some music now. Something to tap your toes to or yodel along. Maybe some Charlie Parr. Anyhow, I am looking forward to bringing you another conversation with a contemplative in the world here in the near future. Until then, be well.